Hey guys, welcome back. Um, Welcome back to my channel, beautiful people. Today we need to talk about something so many women silently carry, and shame after choosing the wrong man is what they carry. Maybe you ignored the red flags, maybe you stayed too long, maybe you gave the guy too much, maybe he embarrassed you, betrayed you, and lied to you, and a lot of times made you question yourself. And now, instead of being mad at the situation, you're punishing yourself. You're calling yourself dumb. You're saying you should have known better. You're like replaying every moment from the whole situation with him. And you're making that one chapter your whole identity. But I need you to hear me clearly. Listen to me. Choosing the wrong man does not make you a foolish woman. It makes you human. So let's talk about how women punish themselves after heartbreak and how to stop. So stay tuned, grab your water, your journal, whatever you need, take some good notes, and we will be right back after this. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to Joy Serendipity. If you're new here, definitely subscribe. You won't regret it. Welcome back. So, first part is that women internalize when men externalize. Now, I know you may be like, what? So, a lot of men can hurt women and move on casually, like it didn't mean anything. It may have seemed like it didn't mean anything, or they're just like, oh, whatever happens, that's life. And the emotional damage is what they're left carrying. They're left carrying emotional damage. They're left carrying embarrassment, self-blame, and they're like, what's wrong with me? And they have a fear of trusting again. Or like, he lied, and now you feel ashamed of choosing him. And, he wasted your time, but now you feel like damaged goods. And that guy lacked character, but now you're questioning your worth. Do you see how unfair that is to yourself? Sometimes women punish themselves for the sins of men. And today, because you're listening to me, I want you to stop doing that. I want you to stop punishing yourself for experiencing that man. There may have been a few things when he had the mask up. There may have been great places he introduced you to, or, you realized that you were carrying a relationship, so you realized you are worth more. But yeah, that stops today. Stop punishing yourself for the experience you had with that man, because it's not going to do anything but keep you stagnant and miss out on your Prince Charming. So I also want to say you did the best you could with what you knew then. And that is important, right? You're judging your past self with information that you only have now. Of course, present you sees the red flags in him. Of course, you notices the manipulation that he put you through. Of course, the wiser you would move differently. But back then, you had a hope of a good relationship. You had feelings, and you believed his words, and you wanted love. You were open to love, and you were trying, which as you should. But that version of you did not deserve hatred. Okay? That version of you deserved guidance. So instead of saying, I was stupid, why did I pick him? Oh my goodness, say, I was learning, and that one sentence can change your healing journey all of a sudden. I'll give you an example. I remember I met this guy, and he seemed like an amazing guy. Like, he had his life together. He believed in God, and just the list of everything I could ever want. Turns out it was just a mask, and he had a lot of maturing to do. But I didn't see that to the end, because he had this mask, and it was just amazing. And I had my rose-colored glasses, and it was just, oh, this is a great. But after month 3, I started realizing, okay, I'm making a lot of excuses for you. I'm doing all the heavy lifting. I'm doing all the mental and emotional work. And the good times are good, but then when they're bad, they're just terrible. So what is the point of this? That's how I was feeling with him. So eventually end up cutting it off. It was painful, but yeah. And then after that, I was like punishing myself. I was like, how can I not notice that? Like, now looking outside from in, like, yeah. So I want you to remember, loving someone is not a crime, and that some women act like loving the wrong man is moral failure. Listen to me. No. Being loving is not the problem, and neither is being loyal or hopeful. The problem is that some people misuse good women. So do not turn your softness into something ugly because someone mishandled it. Also, as much as you want to, please don't become cold because that person was careless. We're losing a lot of lover girls because they want to put up that wall forever. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the wall, but maybe don't use brick. Maybe use like a material that with time takes, with time and the person that wants to slowly break it down so you can open up to them, they'll do it, okay? Refinement is okay. And bitterness is very expensive, little do you know. So, stop making one mistake your identity. You are not the girl who got cheated on, okay? As much as society tries to tell you, oh, she got cheated on, she must have been doing something wrong. You are not the woman who stayed too long, okay? You stayed because you had hope the relationship would work out, or, we need time, or you gave too much grace. You are not the one he played. He played himself for playing a good girl. You are not the embarrassing story. You have a story that you can share for your little girl that you have in the future to prevent her from getting hurt the way you did. You are not a failed relationship. Trust me, we all have them, but that's not our identity. That is something that happens to us, Too many women wear old pain like a permanent name tag. Take that name tag off, throw it in the fire, and you are intelligent, you're beautiful, you're worthy, you're capable of healthy love, and you're still evolving. That moment was necessary for you to keep evolving. So, this is what punishment looks like, and it can look sneaky. Let me grab a drink. Okay. Punishing yourself can look sneaky. Sometimes self-punishment isn't obvious, but it can look like refusing to date because you think you can't trust yourself to see the red flags right away. Or it could look like settling because you think this is what you deserve, even though in the back of your mind you're like, no, I deserve better. It could also look like over-explaining yourself to someone. You shouldn't have to teach someone how to treat you right. To an extent. Like, you can be like, this is what I like, but you should not walk them like baby steps throughout the way. Punishing yourself also could look like isolating from love and friendship. Don't do that. Alone time is good, but you don't want to go through this life alone. It could also look like obsessing over being perfect. Now, it could also look like becoming hypermasculine to never be hurt again. That's where a lot of us fall into. Don't do it. Also, it can look like hating feminine softness, which is not one that they talk about. But all of that is still a punishment. Healing does not require cruelty when you're going on this journey after being hurt. So I'm going to tell you what you should do. Instead of punishing yourself, do these things. Take accountability without abusing yourself. Like, yes, maybe there were signs that you ignored. Own that gently. Say, I need stronger boundaries next time. Also tell yourself, I'm not an idiot. That's the first thing you're going to do. Next, you're going to study the lesson. What attracted you to that toxic person? What did you tolerate? What were you missing emotionally? Pain should teach you, not wound you. Okay? The third thing you're going to do is rebuild your self-trust. Start honoring your intuition in small ways. I've talked about this on a lot of my platforms. Your intuition and you go together real bad. That's supposed to be your best friend. Once you start listening to your intuition, you're good. Keep promises to yourself. Say no when you mean to. Leave when something else feels wrong. Okay, leave right away. That's your intuition helping you. Lastly, you're gonna forgive the old version of you. That old version wanted love, and that is forgivable. Also, sometimes real pain is ego. Okay, this is one that we all need to hear. Let's be honest. Sometimes it's not even the man anymore that we're still like shaming ourselves for. It's the embarrassment of what he did to you. It's the fact that people warned you of the guy, or you could have been defending him for so long, or you look foolish in public. But hear me, embarrassment fades away, but that wisdom from the embarrassment is going to stay. Let them laugh at you. Let them say their little jokes, or, oh, she got cheated on by him, whatever. You gain discernment from that situation, and that trade is worth it 100%. Also, you are allowed to be new again. You do not have to keep carrying old relationship shame into your new life. You are allowed to become softer, wiser, stronger, kinder, more selective, but still open. You need to remain feminine. You are healed now, you are cautious, but you're not closed off to love that is out there. The situation didn't ruin you, it revealed what you needed to heal, and that is completely different. So, if you chose the wrong man, I need you to stop sentencing yourself for it. You're not on trial. You made a decision with the awareness that you had. But you know better, and you're moving better, and you're choosing differently. And that is growth. So don't think of it as punishment. If this message touched you though, comment below, I forgive the old version of myself. And if you're healing right now, know that you are not alone. If you need to replay this video, send it to a friend, whatever, do so. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next Girl Chat. Thank you.